In 2016, researchers at Stafford University in the UK wrote an open letter to the bosses in the NHS. They said that the NHS was doing a disservice to those struggling with mental illness, that they were letting them down, and they were ignoring simple techniques which have been successfully used for over 50 years to help people overcome years of emotional trauma after just one session. In fact, this technique is so powerful at helping heal traumatic events. It's the number one treatment in other places in the world for people who are struggling with phobias, post-traumatic stress syndrome, as well as those who've undergone severe levels of abuse as children. Now, I'm talking about something called emotional freedom technique, or tapping. And this technique has helped my clients in the past recover from psychotic episodes brought on by sexual abuse in their childhood, helped me personally overcome post-traumatic stress syndrome, which was brought on a few years ago after I was attacked by a dog in the local woods. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it so that you can heal yourself and start living a life without fear, without pain, and without the uncontrollable sadness that you're carrying around with you right now. Hi, I'm Katie Woodland, a developmental psychologist, and I help people flip the switch on their emotions so that you can quickly turn all of your dreams into realities. So what I'm about to share with you will take 1 to 2 minutes, and you'll need to follow along and speak out loud because this is a really important part of the technique. So please make sure you are somewhere where you feel comfortable and somewhere where it's quiet enough to turn up the sound and join in as I talk you through the process. Now, what we're going to do is called a basic tap, and this is the really simple process which enables you to clear a huge amount of emotional baggage. First, we're going to define our problem and get our subconscious to focus on it. And in order to test whether the EFT has been helpful, we need to consciously bring the problem into our awareness. So I'm going to pick an emotion that many of us have felt so that you can get the benefits of this process while you're watching this video. So we're going to tap on the feeling of anger. So what I need you to do is just take a deep breath and focus on a time in your life, an event, or even a person who makes you feel angry. And now we need to kind of rate this. We need to put a number on it. So rate how strong your anger is out of 10. 0 being no anger and you probably need to pick something else. And 10 being so angry that you feel like you need to scream or shout and even hit something just to release it. And now follow along with me as we do the tapping process. Now, the first thing we need to do is something called a setup phrase. We're going to tell our subconscious that we are focusing on this specific event in our lives. And we do this by tapping on what's known as our karate chop point, which is on the side of our hands. And it really doesn't matter which one you do, and do the one that you feel most comfortable with. Then we'll follow along with the words that I use and where I'm going to tap. So make sure you insert the name of the person or the event that you're thinking about, so it's even more powerful. And even if you've never done this exercise before, you'll know exactly when to insert their name or the event. So we're going to do the setup phrase 3 times, and then we'll move on to tapping in 8 different points of our upper body. Okay, here we go. Tapping on the karate chop. So even though I have this anger inside of me, when I think of, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. We're going to do that again. So even though I have this anger, when I think of, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And again, repeat the same phrase while you're tapping. So even though I have this anger, when I think of, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now we're going to shrink this phrase as we move around the upper body. So we're going to just say anger towards, and then make sure you say the person's name or anger about, and mention the exact event that you're thinking about which makes you feel really angry. So the first place we're going to tap on is on top of the head, just like this. And we're going to say anger towards or anger about, and then make sure you insert that name or say the event. Next, we tap on the inside of the eyebrows. Now this is really important. We tap on the bone, not inside the eye, not on the forehead, not on the nose, actually on the eyebrow. And repeat the same thing. Anger towards or anger about, and say the event or say the name. And now we tap on the outside of the eyebrow and say again, anger towards, and insert the name or insert the event, and make sure you're tapping on the bone, not the temple, not the cheek, on the bone at the end of the eyebrow. And now we do the same under the eye, on the bone, right under the eye socket. And again we say anger towards or anger about, and then you insert the person's name or whatever the event is that you're thinking about. Now we tap above the lips and we say again anger towards or anger about, and you insert your name. And now we're tapping on the chin, and again we say about, anger towards or anger about. And now we're moving on to our collarbone. So you need to really make sure that you're getting on the knobbly part. So take your time and feel for where it is, and then tap and say anger towards, insert their name or anger about, and insert the event you're thinking about. And the last part we tap is under the arm. So this is where your brow strap would be if you're wearing one. And we say again anger towards or anger about, and insert the name or insert the event. And now what I want you to do is take another deep breath and focus again on that person or the situation or the event, whatever it was that you were thinking about at the beginning and you've been focusing on all the way through. And now I want you to again just rate the strength out of 10. How strong is your anger now? Has it come down at all? Now you can do this about anything, and it is hyper effective, but it really is only the basic EFT, and it's not the only tool that you're going to need in order to make big changes in your life. So there's 3 things that you need to do now. The first is comment below with how you feel now that you've done this. Number 2, tag a friend who needs to let go of some anger, and make sure you share this on your timeline so your friends can also let go of their anger. And number 3, register for my free upcoming webinar where I'm going to show you the exact steps that you need to take to live a life full of fun, laughter and happiness. See you then.